Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? So we've been reading the book DRiVE by Dan Pink. And this book's all about motivation. And this is our video podcast on it. And we're going to start off by introducing ourselves. We've got Ben Jones here. He's a golfer, as you can tell by his attire. Got Ryan Campbell here. He's a fan of Michigan State. And my name's Josh Robinson. And we're going to get started with Ryan here.
All right, let's get started. Okay, so basically this whole book is about intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation and how that relates to your life and everything. So intrinsic motivation is basically motivation that is within you, that allows you to accomplish tasks because you want to accomplish them, not because of extrinsic things like money, which is extrinsic motivation. So it's basically intrinsic motivation is you accomplish things because you want to, and you get them done. You accomplish them a lot better.
The thing that you find about intrinsic motivation is that you're motivating yourself. You're looking for reasons to do it that will improve you as a person, that will improve things that you do in your life, and that will improve your sets of skills or things that for you. It's really just for you. So the intrinsic motivation is found in tasks that we ourselves like to do, and we find fun and we find that make us better people, and extrinsic are things that and extrinsic motivation are things that we are kind of forced to do and kind of
or
just
maybe that you don't mind doing,
but it's not
you really don't
fun.
care. But you
it's
get paid for it.
I'll get it done.
But you get paid for it, so.
How about we give two real life examples here?
Okay, so they gave studies in the book, and every single study was about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. And I'll give you an example of one. They had an art show, and they had these artists do a piece like a painting or something, I think it was, and so they had amateur artists do non-commissioned work that they didn't get paid for, and they had other artists do commissioned work that they got paid for, and so they got that done, and they had these professional artists come in from all around the world, and they judged them, and by far the unanimous decision was that the non-commissioned work was by far better than the commissioned work, the people that got paid.
Because they wanted to do it.
Because they had the intrinsic motivation that they wanted to be successful, they wanted to do it, they weren't just getting paid, so they threw something on there. They were getting it done because they wanted to.
Could you relate this to, like, our age?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just relate to a topic that all of us are very familiar with, school. When we do things in school that we want to do, so we take classes that are related towards us. Some of us, that's a band class, a gym class, even a math or an English class or something that we enjoy doing or we're good at. We find motivation in ourselves to do those things. So, for example, for me, I know that I like to do math. I like to do math things. So when I go to math class, it's not, I'm here for a teacher who wants me to get this done. It's more
You're here for a grade.
It's more of I'm here for
you want to get better.
Myself. I want to do this to make myself better, and I want to do this to motivate myself to do these things that will make me a better person.
Because you know the end result.
Yeah, and a lot of these things in school are extrinsic. There are a lot of teachers, faculty telling students what to do. Not really open-ended. It's just kind of closed, and this is what you have to do. There's not other options, and whether you like it or not, do it. And that's where motivation really becomes bad. It's not the right kind of motivation. It's the get it done kind of motivation and just care about the grade at the end.
Do you think students can see this bigger picture? Like, do you think they see the purpose?
Well, that heavily relates to another topic in the book. Ryan would like to tell us about that.
So the three steps, or not steps, the three ideas to accomplish intrinsic motivation that are aid intrinsic motivation
that you're looking for.
Yes, are autonomy, mastery, and purpose. So autonomy is just basically our desire within ourselves to get something done. It's yourself, the way you're self-directed, the way you just get stuff done. because of yourself, and that's a really important part in it. The second part, mastery, that's pretty much self-explanatory. It's basically just the urge to get better at skills, but as it says in the book, you never really accomplish mastery. It's asymptotic, which means you get closer and closer to it, but you never really accomplish that because you're working so hard towards that goal because you have this intrinsic motivation.
That's always saying that mastery is asymptotic really is something that shows you that some people that are working towards mastery never will stop working.
Because
they always try harder and harder and harder because they feel like they're not just quite there. Even though they know they can't make it, they feel like they're just not, to that top level that they can be at. And that's where the real, professionals and top of the line workers in this world come from. They work towards mastery, and they keep working, and they know that they might never become masters at what they're doing, but they can get really, really close, and they can always get better than what they are right now.
Yeah.
So.
And then the third one, probably the most important one, is purpose. It's just the desire to do something that is important to you. Like, if you don't have purpose in what you're doing, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have purpose in something you're doing, don't do it, because it really doesn't have.
It's more of a if you're not caring about what you're doing, then the work will be 10 times worse than if you do something that you are caring about, that you're passionate about. And these things all come from, like we said earlier, intrinsic motivation. It's all everything, no matter what. If you want to do something and you are there because of you, and it's going to make you a better person, then you will find intrinsic motivation, and you will become a better person in this. So,
that's how a lot of people become successful in life, is because they want to do something, and they don't necessarily want to do it. And most people don't really want to do it just for the money. They want to do it because they know the end goal. They know they can be successful in it, and they know they're good at it, so they keep working towards it.
Do you think kids today don't see the purpose in education and school, and how rigid and structured it is, and why they're there, and why they're doing this, and why they're doing that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But if you look forward ahead, you can see why you're doing that.
If you're in school and you realize that you see what the future it can be, it can be really successful if you do it for yourself, and like you just accomplish all your goals.
Well, if you're in school for the right reasons, then it really can.
If you're in school for
better you as a person. If you're in school for you, really, and you know that it will grow you as a person, then it can be very beneficial.
And you can make those connections that aren't just
getting
the books and the smarts. You can talk to people.
Yeah.
And really get every use out of school as you can.
And that can help you
for you with the purpose to grow.
Yeah, and that doesn't only help you in high school in getting good grades, which is more extrinsic motivation, but it's a good thing that happens when you have intrinsic motivation. It doesn't only help you in high school, it helps you in college if you go to college, or your life after high school, just in anything you do. If you do it because you have the desire to do it, you will be successful at it.
Your work life, your people relationships, if they're helping you, and you're not just there to be there.
Yeah.
So we're probably just about wrapped up here. That was our little take on the book DRiVE, with all capital letters except for the letter I, which is lowercase. This book was by Dan Pink, and it was read by us, and our comments were given by us. This is Ryan Campbell, I'm Josh Robinson, and this is Ben Jones. And I hope you guys really had a good time with it. We enjoyed making it, we enjoyed reading it, and we highly recommend it. You guys have any one-liners that you want to give out before we really close it off?
Do what you want to do, and you will be a better person in the end.
Basically, motivation is what you make it. If you have the desire and goals to do it, you can be successful at a lot of things you want to do.
I'd say do it with a purpose. Do it for you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Peace out.